Hey there, everybody. I'm first meteorologist Keith Gibson on this Sunday. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're staying warm. It's awfully chilly out there. We're going to have the latest on the cold weather, how long it's going to last, and where we go from here. A couple of really cold days and nights ahead, nasty wind chills out there. Let's go outdoors right now and check things out in Appleton. It is blustery. It is clear, though. We're smooth sailing across our area. It's a quiet night. It's just very, very cold here in northeastern Wisconsin. So let's talk about how cold it is currently, and then we'll go into the forecast and all that good stuff here on this Sunday evening. All right, there we go. Just after 8 o'clock, it is 8:05. It is 3 degrees below zero in Green Bay, -4 in Appleton, 12 below up there in Rhinelander. It's cold everywhere. The outlier here, Kewanee at 0, but everybody else on this map, Sturgeon Bay is also at 1. Everybody else is below 0 right now. If you have any questions or comments, chime on into our Facebook stream. I've got my phone going right here. I'm trying to multitask, and I'll try to reply to some of your comments. So we're below 0. Our wind chill right now in Green Bay, -22, 25 below 0 in Appleton, approaching -30 back to the north and west. So it's cold, and it will get even colder as we go throughout the next couple of nights and days here. So let's just broaden things out this evening. It feels like 35 below 0 up there in Winnipeg, Manitoba, -31 in Duluth. So the cold air is here. We were forecasting this for over a week. It's here, and it's going to be out of here starting Wednesday. So we have cold weather tomorrow and also for Tuesday and Wednesday morning, and things will be improving. So how cold is it back to the northwest? Well, this is where the cold air is. It has been displaced from the Arctic, and it is moving into the Great Lakes, the lower 48. So it's actually warmer up here in Fairbanks at 23 and Anchorage, Alaska, 32. Very balmy here in Alaska right now. And typically when it's warm in Alaska this time of year, the cold air has to go somewhere. Usually it's down here. And when we warm up here, this cold air will circle around and get back up into the Arctic. And right now, that Arctic air is displaced, and we are feeling the pain. All right, so the next 48 hours will be quite extreme. Numbing wind chills, numbing temperatures tonight. I think we're going to get down to around -10 here in the Fox Valley by tomorrow morning, 7 or 8 o'clock. A lot of sunshine again for our Monday, MLK Junior Day, holiday for many of us, schools closed for many of us too, but some of you, of course, will be out and about. It's going to be very cold. We'll work up to around 0, maybe 1 or 2 degrees here above 0. Some of you will stay below 0. And check out these wind chills all day long, likely teens and 20s below 0, even into the afternoon, and even with all that sunshine too. So very cold on our Monday. We get into Monday night, Tuesday morning, gets even colder. And now this is the actual air temperature we're forecasting in Green Bay and the Fox Valley, about -14 Tuesday morning. And wind chills everywhere Tuesday morning, likely -30 to -40. So this is dangerous cold, frostbite in 10 minutes or less here. And as we get into our Tuesday, even with all of that sunshine, I think many of us will likely stay below 0 for the entire day. Some of you may get up to 0, maybe 1 on Tuesday, but that will likely be the coldest day here. And then we will go up dramatically going into our Wednesday and beyond. So predictor on the viewing area map shows tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock here, about -25 to -35, just reiterating where we are expecting things to be tomorrow afternoon, about -15 to -25. And then this is Tuesday morning, again, -30 to -40. Tuesday morning is actually going to be the coldest morning, the most extreme wind chills, and then we will improve a little bit. Tuesday afternoon, about -15 to -25 again. And things will be not as extreme Wednesday morning, the wind chill about -15 to -20 or 25. It'll be mostly cloudy Wednesday. We'll have a chance for a little bit of light snow, and temperatures will be warming back up to around 20 degrees by Wednesday afternoon. But really, our first weather day continues between now and Wednesday morning. Bitter wind chills, nasty temperatures, frostbite 10 minutes or less here. So, of course, stay warm, cover up your exposed skin, limit your exposure to the outside, and bring in your pets here. Very, very cold area-wide. this is where we have the cold air in place, and really these are cold weather alerts, either advisories or warnings here, basically for extreme cold and nasty wind chills going all the way from the Canadian border down to the Mexican border and all the way down all the way across the northern Gulf Coast here. And there's going to be a major league winter weather event that will take place down here on Tuesday, really Monday into Tuesday, and we'll have more on that in a split second. But this cold is extensive. It's basically the eastern two-thirds of the country. It's in place now. It will continue to be reinforced through Tuesday, and then it's going to lift out. And once it lifts out, we are looking at some really good warming around here, getting back above average, and we will stay relatively balmy here compared to where we've been here for the rest of the week into next weekend and early next week. So this is our 10-day temperature trend. We've got the Arctic air through Tuesday, and then we bump up to around 20 degrees on Wednesday. We'll be in the low to mid-20s here for the rest of the week, around 30 on Saturday, and still pretty mild Sunday into early next week too. So the average right now is 25. That is the coldest average high of the year. We bottomed out. This is the dead of winter, folks. So the average high in Green Bay, 25, the average low, 10. Those are the coldest values for the entire year. And of course, we have the dead of winter cold now, but things will be improving a little bit closer to average and above average by the weekend here. All right, so that's where we are headed, which is certainly good news. If you're looking for snow, keep on looking, because we got nothing for you here of significance here in northeastern Wisconsin. Now, lake effect clouds and snow up here in the UP and all the way across western lower Michigan, downstream of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario too. We just have cold, dry Arctic high pressure, and this Arctic high pressure is very extensive. It goes all the way across the midsection of the country here. There's a pretty good storm that's been moving up the eastern seaboard today. I don't know if you're watching that Eagles-Rams game today from Philadelphia. That was a snowball out there, and there's still snow on the ground in Buffalo for the game going on right there. But high pressure from the Arctic has come on down and is just winning out, and it is, let me just move this map just a little bit. So this thing is pretty extensive, and it's basically clear all the way from Wisconsin up to the Arctic. So this is all clear sky right up in here. Cold, dry air that is not going to be conducive to a lot of snow anytime soon for us. Now, things could be changing a little bit at some point, but right now for your Monday, for your Tuesday, there's going to be lake effect to our north and to our east, but we are just looking at mostly sunny skies. One thing that the computer model is having a difficult time resolving is picking up on this really cold air, and I think at some point it's trying to depict some clouds tomorrow. I think will be mostly sunny. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Now, Wednesday, as the Arctic air starts to go away, we're going to have a moisture-starved disturbance come on in. So there is a chance for some snow showers around here, but notice what happens here along the lakeshore and over into West Michigan. I think the system will have a better chance of initiating more lake effect snow on the other side of Lake Michigan versus the snow showers we could have around here. So if we do see snow Wednesday, probably on the lighter side, but there is still that chance for a little bit of a coating here. I'm not going to bet the farm on that yet at this point. We just assume not a lot until proven otherwise with the flow from the northwest here. And then it looks like we'll have another one going into late Friday and next weekend here. That could be zipping on through the region, and maybe another one by early next week in about a week. So a couple of disturbances, weather makers coming on in from the northwest, Clipper type systems, those are typically on the drier side. So again, if you want snow, keep praying for it. Eventually we're going to get one. It's just going to have this pattern change around just a little bit because it's too cold and the storm track is way down to our south right now. But eventually that storm track is going to shift back to the north and get up into the Great Lakes. And that would be more conducive to some serious snow around here. But this is the model consensus as far as snow output through next Sunday. Not a lot here for most of us here in northeastern Wisconsin. So that is, bad news if you're a snow lover, but at least we're getting ice building up again with the cold weather. Now, through yesterday, we are actually tied for the driest January on record in Green Bay with just 0.12 inches of total moisture, and that equates to 2.3 inches of snow, which is number 4 on the list for the least amount of snow on record for a January. And we'll likely add more snow before the end of the month, but it's been very dry. We haven't had a lot of snow. We certainly know that. Now, the northern Gulf Coast snowstorm, got to touch on this. This is going to be a big story. This could be a very historic type event for folks down here this week. There's an advisory in Texas, winter storm warnings from South Texas through Houston, New Orleans. By the way, if you're going to Houston this week, I just saw where the airports are going to be closing in Houston at midnight on Tuesday in preparation for the winter storm coming in on Tuesday. So travel plans down to Houston, New Orleans later this week, Monday, Tuesday, pretty dicey at this point. And then the watches go all the way to Atlanta, Charleston, Jacksonville. There's going to be some sizable snow even into parts of the Florida Panhandle here. So this is the scenario. We're talking about this because it's so cold and dry here. This is very unusual to have an event like this down in the Gulf Coast. And I actually spent a decade down here in North Mississippi forecasting the weather. And we would have a winter weather event every couple of years, not every year. And we would get a big event every so often. But to get sizable snow down here right along the coast, and down into southern Louisiana, that is really unusual. Now, it's not unprecedented. They've had some snow events and winter weather events, but it happens very, very rarely down there. And I just wanted to show you this. I put this together. Now, this is various models here through Wednesday, and some of these are outlandish. Now, if it snows 10 inches in downtown New Orleans here, over the next 2 days, that's going to be like the end of days type situation down there, worst case scenario. I suspect that probably won't happen, but definitely 2 to 4 inches of snow, if not a little bit more. Some spots in Louisiana could get over 6 to 10. That's not out of the realm of possibilities, but I don't know. It just seems like these numbers are kind of bullish on some of these models down here. But again, this cold air and moisture from the Gulf, there's plenty of that down there overriding the cold air. They're in a much better position to see snow than we are here right now. So this is where the serious snow is going to be over the next day or two, Monday into Tuesday, down into the Houston area, Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama. Along and south of Interstate 20 is likely going to be a big, big mess. And you'll hear a lot of stuff coming out of that area as we go throughout the next couple of days. Just wild stuff here. All right, your forecast for tonight. Mostly clear, bitterly cold, anywhere from about -6 to about -17 here in northeastern Wisconsin. We're all below zero, even to the lakeshore tonight. And those winds, about 10 to 20 tonight into tomorrow, will just keep those harsh wind chills going, -25 to -35 tomorrow morning, and it will moderate to about -15 to -25 during the course of the day. But we will be working awfully hard to get above zero tomorrow. We're going to go with about 1, 2, or 3 in most spots here above zero tomorrow afternoon. Back to the northwest, likely a little bit below zero once again. And here's the improvement. After Tuesday, we're looking at 20 degrees on Wednesday. Again, there could be a little bit of light snow around here. Don't really expect a lot, but that's going to feel pretty good compared to where we've been. So if we bottom out with wind chills about -30, 35, 40, and then get up to about 20 degrees above zero for a high Wednesday, that's about a 60-degree swing from the feel-like temperature to the actual temperature. And yes, you will definitely notice that. 22 Thursday, 23 Friday, 30 Saturday. That's going to be pretty nice. And next Sunday still in the upper 20s. So we are going to go in the right direction. And that is certainly good news for you. A couple other tidbits for you. The days are getting longer now that it's been sunny today and yesterday. And the next couple of days, you're probably going to notice, and you probably have noticed, that we are getting a little bit more sunshine later on in the day and a little bit earlier in the day too. So we've added 32 minutes of total daylight since the winter solstice back there about a month ago. And we will continue to add minutes each and every day going forward, which is a nice improvement right there. And we are nowhere near the all-time extremes for this time of year. Typically, this is the coldest time of year, but we can get really cold. And on this date in 1994, the high in Green Bay was -5 and the low was -28. really cold. January 20th, 1984, high of -7. January 20th, 1985, a low of -25. And on the 21st, you go back to the late 1800s, 1888, a high of -8 and a low of -36. That's actually the coldest temperature ever on record in Green Bay. So this is when the coldest of the cold can happen. And right now, and really all of January, our record lows are in the -20s or -30s. So we're nowhere near that. We will likely have some teens below zero tonight, but not 20s or 30s below. So it could always be worse, right? It could always be colder. And right now it looks like we are going to be chilly, but not setting any new records here, but definitely a winter chill in the air over the next couple of days. So that's what I got for you here tonight. Stay warm, stay safe here, and just limit your exposure to the cold. By Wednesday, things will be on the up and up. But right now, it's cold, but at least we have some sunshine. That's one thing that will just ease the pain just a little bit, having that sunshine out. Open up your blinds, bring on in that free solar insulation, and hopefully that will just at least ease your heating bills just a little bit, because we have some sunny skies out there with the cold. So enjoy your Sunday evening and have a great work week ahead. If you're off tomorrow, enjoy your day off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the holiday, and just stay warm and enjoy the warmer weather coming later this week. All right, have a great Sunday night and a great week ahead.